Hello and welcome to MindMap program. Today's topic of discussion is FDI, that is Foreign Direct Investment. First of all, we will discuss what is FDI, working and significance of FDI, types of FDI, advantages and disadvantages of FDI, and other aspects related to FDI. First of all, let's understand what is FDI. Foreign Direct Investment or FDI is an ownership stake in a foreign company or project made by an investor, company or government from another country. It involves a business decision whereby a significant stake is acquired in a foreign business. Generally, organizations undertake FDI to expand operations to a foreign location. FDI investors typically take controlling positions in domestic firms or joint ventures and are actively involved in their management. The investment may involve acquiring a source of materials, expanding a company's footprint, or developing a multinational presence. Now moving on to working and significance of FDI. Working. Organizations looking forward to FDI will select only those businesses that have an efficient and skilled workforce. Usually, organizations look for such businesses in countries with an open economy. This is because in such open markets, investor growth prospects are above average. Another important factor to select a foreign location for FDI is tax regulations. Naturally, those places where tax regulations are light are preferred. The scope of foreign direct investment is wider and bigger than capital investment. It includes the following: provision of management, provision of technology, provision of equipment, establishment of a substantial level of control over foreign business, and ability to impact the decision making of the foreign business. Significance. FDI is very important for developing nations. In order to expand internationally, the organizations of such nations need foreign funding. Such funding allows these organizations to spread sales internationally. Moreover, with foreign direct investment, the developing nations get funding for the following: infrastructure, energy, water, and combating climate change effects. Now let's discuss about the different types of FDI. It can be classified into following three categories. First is horizontal investment. The organization establishes and runs the same business type in the foreign nation as it does in its home nation. Example, a UK computer products provider purchasing a chain of computer products stores in India. Vertical investment. An organization in another nation purchases a complementary business organization. Example, a UK furniture manufacturer acquiring an interest in a foreign organization that provides it with wooden material. And conglomerate investment. An organization invests in a foreign organization which has no resemblance to its core operations. Usually this happens as a joint venture since the home organization lacks experience. Now let's have a look at the advantages and disadvantages of FDI. Advantages. First is best practices. It brings technology to developing nations. Besides, it brings the most efficient management ideas to the business, that is the recipient. Also, the recipient organization's employees learn innovative ways of accomplishing goals prevalent internationally. Consequently, the lifestyle of the workers in recipient organizations enhances. Next is high standard of living. Due to FDI, the living standard of the entire developing nation increases. This is possible as the recipient organization receives a significant amount of money due to foreign financing. Consequently, it pays a higher amount of taxes. This in turn benefits the people of the developing nation. And establishing stable long-term lending. A major benefit of FDI is that it removes the volatile effect of hot money. Hot money refers to a capital whose transferring takes place frequently with the aim of maximizing capital gain. Due to this, the entire nation can be ruined. With foreign direct investment, this problem is effectively tackled. And disadvantages. First is danger to comparative advantage. FDI is not appropriate for major industries that are strategic to a nation. In case a nation allows foreign ownership in such industries, it could lose its comparative advantage. There may be no real value. The aim of many organizations with FDI is to seek the maximum value out of the foreign business while adding no real value in return. Most investors lack high ethical standards. In order to seek access to a foreign market, investors go for immoral ways. For example, they can find lower cost local loans by making use of the organization's collateral. Now they may lend these funds to the parent organization rather than reinvest. Now let's discuss about some other aspects related to FDI. First is FDI versus FPI. Foreign Portfolio Investment or FPI is the addition of international assets to the portfolio of a company, an institutional investor such as a pension fund or an individual investor. It is a form of portfolio diversification achieved by purchasing the stocks or bonds of a foreign company. Foreign direct investment or FDI instead requires a substantial and direct investment in or outright acquisition of a company based in another country and not just their securities. FDI is generally a larger commitment made to enhance the growth of a company. But both FPI and FDI are generally welcome, particularly in emerging nations. Greenfield FDI versus Brownfield FDI. A Greenfield FDI investment is a type where a subsidiary is created by a parent organization other than the home country. This way, an organization builds its operations from the basic foundation in the new country. A brownfield investment is one where a certain sum is invested by an organization in an existing facility for initiating business processes in a foreign nation. We can look at this type of investment as a lease or purchase of a facility that already exists in a foreign nation. Now moving on to practice questions. First is prelims question. A great deal of FDI to India comes from Mauritius, then from many major and mature economies like the UK and France. Why? India has preference for certain countries with regards to receiving FDI. India has double taxation avoidance agreement with Mauritius. Most citizens of Mauritius have ethnic identity with India, so they feel secure to invest in India. Or impending dangers of global climate change prompt Mauritius to make huge investments in India. And now mains question. FDI will have a major role in making India $10 trillion economy by the year 2030. Analyze. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.